Conference matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the UCF Knights, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Knights will kick it off to get us underway. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the Texas Longhorns offense will have the football first. Offense working from the pistol. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He'll try it again. Hard running there. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So UCF's offense will go to work for the first time today. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding. It's been tremendous so far.
Yeah, can he keep it up is the question. And I think when I think back to the first half of this college football season, I think a lot of the most memorable moments and the best highlights have been this guy, right? He has shown up for his football team. He's done incredible things. Can he do that now in the second half of the season and make that Heisman push?
Finding an escape route. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. From the red zone, it's Gibson. Powers through the defender. Not quite able to turn that corner and get it to the house. He's out of bounds at the 8. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Might be changing the route. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UCF!
We knew this offense wanted to come into this one, establishing the run. Guys, they didn't even attempt to throw on their first drive. They were more physical. They were pushing guys around up front. And this guy caps it off with a nice touchdown.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Grabbed behind the line, it's Eakin. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Back to throw, it's Manning. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Makes his man miss. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got him. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Here comes the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Safe completion on the screen. Oh, what a move. Looks as if they might have that screen really set up, but he'll be stopped short of the marker. It's fourth down. And the Longhorns will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. On the option. Quick toss. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. The Knights just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback adapted. Firing to the right, complete. It's loose. And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Behind the chains now on second and long. The give to the left side. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. He now has 80 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They're going to ride this running back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On the option. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, I love the variety in the run game we're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback. But he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Motion from the wideout. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knights! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Dropping back, it's Manning. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Going to the running game. Fighting off the defender. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the one.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Lost a throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass, it's Vance. Grabbed in the middle, it's Farmer. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Knights are threatening on first and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. A first down run on the doorstep. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, UCF.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. He'll ride his man on the option. Touchdown, UCF! And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Texas.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Wingo. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, they've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Trying to keep the drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed now. Early in the game, a chance to create momentum, to swing back to the other side of the football field.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. All right, guys, let's talk a little UCF. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back. You have a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Quickly complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
Quarterback running on the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense.
Turning it on. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the left. Drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Offense gets set for second down. Quick completion to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Looking to pass. It's Vance. Got a man. It's Thomas. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Gibson. Got enough for the first down. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback making adjustments. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Knights!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
Texas.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can improve. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Quickly out to the tight end. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Manning. Tight end finds a soft spot. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Caught over the middle. It's Eakin. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And how about this confidence in their field goal kicker? They're going to pat him on the butt and say, go, give us 3, big fella. And the try is no good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Whoa, catch, toe drag, everything you want. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Snags it quickly on the left. Oh, he's got some space. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Dropping back, it's Manning. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Eakin. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Price. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one.
He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
They'll try the running game off the right tackle. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking for room. It's Gibson. Finding open areas. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
This time he's got his man. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Knights come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On third and short, the power run here. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Working that wide receiver screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Knights look to do some damage in the red zone. Motion from the wide receiver. Going to the ground. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. The Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll run it on first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run the option. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UCF! He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had. The defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Back to pass, it's Manning. Right on the money. No chance to run. Still a good game.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The Longhorns come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll run the sneak for it. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. They bring the punter onto the field now. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The pull and throw off the RPO. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Scanning the field, it's Manning. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe... This offense a little bit.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw, it's Vance. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Pulls it and fires to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
They just keep firing. Got his man downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
The Knights are rolling down the field. Sends it back in motion. To the air on first down. The short hands, it's Farmer. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. From the 25-yard line, it's first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Extending the play. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be...
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Hauls it in. Bringing it back. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Wants to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. There he goes. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Breaks the tackle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a first down.
Well, hats off to this defense and their ability to shut this guy down. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football. That was only his second catch of the game, and we're essentially in a 2-minute situation.
Big guy tries to barrel in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out through the 25.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Back to throw, it's Vance. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. The Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Farmer. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Knights are marching down the field. He'll try the left side. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Out of the gun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Now the pitch. Breaks into the open. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense. The Knights kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll give it to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. On the option. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this 1st down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
To the air, it's Manning. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. A strike downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Trying to set up the screen. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Back to pass on 2nd down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Well, the offense did their part. They're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting 1st down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitz, that's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard in this window.
Enormous play coming right here. 3rd down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Buys a little time. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sacked on the 2-point try. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw. It's Manning. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking downfield on first down. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked